Hey everybody, Allie Craig here for Fix My Brand, Allie Craig, and on this week's episode of Making the Show, we're all talking about the application process. Now, the application process for season 2 was different than season 1 because we had a bit more time. For season 1, pretty much we had less than a week and a half to fill the show before we needed to start shooting. For season 2, we had months to be able to fill the show, which was a blessing and which on some level was a curse. The truth is that we had countless applications come in, but follow through is something that's clearly lacking in today's society. So when we actually did find our final core brands, that was a great process because when we were looking at the applications, we had to, go through some of the original factors was, did you actually complete the questions? Not hard, people, but did you? Did they actually show up for the in-person interview if they made it to the next round? That already eliminated more people than it's kind of scary to admit to. But then once we actually were going through the applications and the interview process, we really had to make sure that personalities matched. Because in season 2, everyone was working with each other. So there was group calls and a group aspect. We were doing a group photo and video shoot to help the brand really be more powerful in the end. And doing it as a group helped us save money for the resources. So we were able to give more to the brand for less income for them. And so we had to make sure personalities were going to match, that businesses were going to match and be complementary, not competitive, because, I don't want to set people up to feel like, oh, she does exactly what I do. No one is exactly what you do. So get over it. So during the application process, we had to really look at all of those aspects of how would they work together, how would the personalities match, and then more importantly, how would they work with me? As the main person the brands work with, we had to make sure that they would work well with myself because we would be doing weekly meetings together, as well as I'm putting my heart and soul into these brands. But then we also had a handful of experts this season in which the brands are going to be working with. So I wanted to make sure that their personalities, the brand's personalities, would also benefit the experts as well, and make sure that the experts would match personality-wise. Because nothing's worse than being forced to have to work with somebody when it just doesn't jive. Because the truth is that you may be trying your best, but you can't at all be your best when personalities are conflicting. So during the application process, personalities were crucial. We wanted to make sure that they were willing, that they were really going to be committed to the process, because 12 weeks is a long time and a short time. And the real fact is that the recording of the show may be 12 weeks, but their brands are lifetimes. And their brands are always going to be evolving. And as I tell every single brand who gets on the show, you're like my one-on-one client. And just with my one-on-one clients, I work with you for as ever long as you want me to help you with your brand. This is an evolution. What we have at the end of 12 weeks is like a brand new little baby that, it needs love, it needs nurture, and it's going to grow and evolve. And at some point you're going to think, what did I create here? And is this really what I want? And what do I do now that the brand's hit its terrible twos? That's where I want to make sure that I could be able to support the brands as much support as they wanted me to have with them. So the application process was so much more than just logistics of time. It was really about personality matching and making sure that all of our intentions were on the same page to not just create a better brand for them, a more profitable brand for them, but to create one that could truly evolve and grow into what they wanted, and that all of the experts, myself included, could support to our highest power, their highest brand potential.